What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon Kindle Create Space. Link will be in the description box below. Um, this video is entitled They Like Light, you know, or non-black, they like light to white, something like that. This goes from for men and women, right? So I'm gonna get on both. Since sometimes this becomes a problem, and sometimes I see it, but nobody addresses the totality of it to me at times. I shouldn't have said at times. Whatever. Um, Actions speak louder than words. So what winds up happening is people will say they like something and they are actually free in their dating practices, but they won't say that they're biased in their actual dating practices. What I mean is this: there's a difference between dating somebody and courting somebody. You date somebody, it's kind of entertainment. You courting somebody, that's because you want them to stay around. So a lot of times, people who like light to white, they'll date people who are darker and then court people who are lighter. So what do I mean by that? What I mean is they're complete. They're in character of always having, like, if it's a guy, he'll date a dark skinned girl. Like, and mind you, I date dark. I like dark skinned women. That's my preference, but it doesn't work out. Um, he'll date a dark skinned chick. He'll think a chick is fine. He'll think she's attractive. He'll date her. He'll take her places. He'll sleep with her. But will he do the things that um, will want her to be in a relationship with him? Sometimes no. Now, when it comes to a lighter skinned woman or a non-black woman, will he do the things to keep her? Yeah. You know, at some point there's an expectation that she's more feminine, and you can see where that stereotype comes from because it looks that way. And the weird part about it is, I know people who are light and they're light kids don't date light. They date non-black. They don't date dark skin. They don't date their same complexion. They date non-black because that's how it goes. But let's we're gonna move forward. You can see it all the time because you see it in the way people treat people. You know, um, and you can see the interactions, like how the give and take, the push and pull of the interactions. Sometimes the guys like the lighter and non-black, the non-dark skinned black women, or lighter black women and non-black women, because there's less adversarial energy, and people don't want to talk about that or admit that. You know, actually, when you tell a girl you like her, she's receptive. You know, or you think, or she's more receptive than a darker woman. So you gravitate, you start to associate lighter women and non-black women with women who are actually receptive to your advances. So guess what? After a while, you just prefer um, lighter and non-black because you think they actually like you back. You know, there's also the thing where some people think they're cuter. They look better. That's that. And I've had my share of dark skinned girlfriends who are all fine, but they've all said the same thing. I mean, my mother's dark skinned woman, and she's a beautiful woman. When she was younger, also, like, people chased after her, but she heard the same things. You're pretty for a dark skinned chick, right? So because everybody who's lighter is assumed to be more attractive, even Um, from time to time, I would say my when I have friends and my friends would meet my girlfriends, the lighter ones people easily assumed and just said they were attractive off top. That, oh, she is beautiful. Yeah, I know. The darker ones, they didn't. Oh, she got body. They did. It was different, and you kind of see the reaction to it, and it becomes an issue. Because the one thing I will say at the end of the day is also I've I've I've, I've noticed that the dark skinned woman has to do too much. And the lighter to non-black woman can, the dark skinned woman, she's pretty, but she ain't gorgeous. The lighter or non-black woman, oh, she's overly fine. She's average, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it goes that same way for body type and intellect and everything else. So one group is played down, one group is played up. Same thing goes, like I said, with the women. For some odd reason, women don't think actions speak louder than words. But um, as a guy who, like I said, my preference is dark skinned women. I can tell you, they date dark skinned men or avoid dark skinned men altogether, and they court light men and non-black men. You know, now and it always plays out the same way, like pretty much the same exact way. If a dark skinned woman if a dark skinned man approaches a dark skinned woman, she doesn't, for the most part, she doesn't want him to. She doesn't want to like him, and you can tell it's always you you get put through all of these hoops and these games, and you have to do extra, and you gotta jump through the ring of fire type thing. But a lighter guy or a non-black guy, she'll go out of her way to get his attention. And what I mean by that is, um, when you approach a dark skinned woman and you're a dark skinned man, she won't be receptive to your advances. And if you talk to her, if you're able to talk to her, she'll tell you, all the things a guy needs to do to get her attention, and what you will say is like too much. But then she'll see somebody who's light or non-black and just walk over and do everything the opposite of what she said a guy needs to do to get her attention. You know, a guy needs to approach me. She'll go approach a light guy or a non-black guy. A guy needs to ask her out on a date. She'll go ask a light guy or a non-black guy on a date. You know what I'm saying? A, a, a guy needs to be masculine and manly for her to be attracted. She'll go approach but she will go out with a effeminate or light or non-black guy. You know what I'm saying? Or an effeminate dark guy. You know, but everything that's the opposite of what she says she's looking for, she's attracted to it. And then you know that's the other thing about it. That's why I say they like light and non-black. They do the same thing as far as what you have to do. Um, what I mean by that is they'll forget, and I've noticed this for years. If a dark skinned guy does something for dark skinned woman, she'll easily forget it, whether it's straight up forget it or selective memory. But she will remember the disrespect she's gotten from dark skinned men, but she'll never remember all of the good things dark skinned men have done. But then again, if the guy's lighter or non-black, she'll remember the few good things that he did and props him up as greater than everybody else, and forget all of the disrespect she's received by being with him. And you see that play out sometimes online when people get talked too crazy. They just sit there and act like it never happened. But that's what goes on. On top of that, um, it's also a situation where you know, like I said, the guys have to do too much, even sexually. Sexually, if you're darker, you're not handsome enough. You're not muscular enough. Your dick is big, but it ain't big enough. You go to the lighter, he got a two pack. He don't have a stomach, but okay. He doesn't have to be tall. His he doesn't have to be great in bed. He doesn't have to um, be a millionaire. He doesn't have to have his what his dick doesn't have to be big enough. It's just perfect because he showed up. It's that type of thing, and people don't want to admit it, but that's how it plays out in life, right? And then how can I put this? Because when and whether people say they like dark skinned men, mm, not so much. Because what winds up happening is I've seen this even in parenting. A woman might have a baby with a dark skinned guy, get pregnant by a dark skinned guy, and even their parenting situation is adversarial. But let the guy be lighter or non-black, there's a different level of respect for him as a parent just because the baby is lighter than her. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird, but you know that's what winds up happening, and people act like that's not what's playing out, but that's actually what's going on. I'm gonna leave this one alone for now and move on. Yeah.